You're on.
Address is 4109 Marburg Avenue in Oakley, in the corner of Marburg and Paxton. I owe about $134 and change. I've rented this property for 3 years now. I currently am renting it for $1,050 a month. When I bought the house, it was 0% down, so I didn't. The mortgage payment that I make is about a little over $1,200. Obviously, with what's owed, you do the math on that, it'll be a profitable rental property if you can rent it for about the same amount. But I've rented it for between $1,000 and $1,100 a month consistently for 3 years.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take a walk through. Some nice living room area. Okay. As far as mechanics, was all original? That
Yeah.
When you bought it.
Yeah, and the guy that I bought it from was a kind of like he was a contractor.
Okay.
So he did a lot of the stuff.
So he did it all himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can see. I mean, the hardwood floors are awesome.
In great shape.
You know, the fireplace over here, it doesn't work, but it looks awesome.
Okay. Okay. And which way to the basement? Let's start there first. This way.
The kitchen is probably the one thing that could stand to be updated, but it works. It's a little retro.
Nice dry basement for all the rain, huh?
Yep. Yep.
That's a good thing.
Yep.
Okay.
The garage. You know, the garage connected to the house, which is nice.
Okay. Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Okay.
Get out of your way.
Okay. Panels updated. So is it gas furnace or electric?
Gas.
It's gas furnace. Okay. It's probably
Oldie, but
old. Okay.
I've had
And do you know what kind of a month what they're running heating bills when you lived here? I mean, just roundabout, don't have to be right on or.
I mean, probably around like 150, 160.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
terrible.
Okay.
I've had a service agreement.
Okay.
With that service company with John Lee Heating and Cooling since I lived here.
Okay.
Even through the rental, so they
Okay.
come out twice a year.
At Williamson's, man, those are we do HVAC, so
Yeah.
we know we
They
see.
come out twice a year and they service it. And, I mean, it's not efficient.
Yeah.
But it works.
Works. Okay. Great.
Yeah. It can probably stand to be a little bit more.
So then they pay all their own utilities here.
You got pocket doors in here, so if somebody
Okay.
did want to finish
it out. Okay.
the basement,
Okay,
I mean,
could
they
be
have
done.
the ability to do that, obviously.
Okay. Okay. All right, we can go upstairs.
Okay.
I don't want to inconvenience her too much if she's.
Outside is completely fenced in, privacy fence, nice patio.
Yeah, nice big yard too. Okay.
Like I said, the kitchen is probably the one thing that can stand to be updated a little bit.
Okay.
Metal cabinets and the red counters, but you know, the appliances, you know, but I mean, you could do this for relatively cheap.
Yeah.
I just didn't because, you know, I wasn't living here.
Yeah.
And like I said, it works with the house.
Okay. All right. And so, do you think you could possibly get more rent out of it?
Give me what?
Rent-wise, or is that pretty? I mean, is that like
I mean,
the
my
max?
first tenant was paying me $1,000 a month, and then his second year I raised it to $1,100. And when she moved in, she was paying $1,100.
Okay.
And I said, you know, I just had a new baby,
Okay.
so I worked out a deal with her. Like if she took care of the yard and stuff like that, I'd knock $50 a month
Okay.
off.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's get a shot of this, and we'll be done on the inside. Okay. All right.
So bedrooms are a decent size. Do you want to do the bathroom?
Yeah, I got that, so we're good.
Okay. I did all the painting and everything. I mean,
Looks good.
yeah, I mean, it's not a bad little house. And like I said, I mean, it's not like I'm trying to make a ton of money.
Yeah.
I got a family now, and
Yeah.
it's,
It's
you know,
time
we're
to-
looking to move.
Are you?
And I don't want to have 3 mortgages. I really don't.
Yeah.
I think I'm just tired of being a landlord. Not that I've had to do anything. My
Yeah.
tenants have been great.
Yeah.
Very low maintenance. I mean, I don't think I've only been down here twice.
Twice.
Since she's moved in.
Okay.
Her lease goes through July.
And is she wanting to stay, or yeah?
Haven't talked to her about that.
Okay. Okay.
I've approached her about possibly buying the place too.
Like maybe on lease option or something, maybe?
Yeah, I could use the rent that she's paid me towards...
Like a down payment?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she said she was going to kind of think about it and get back to me, but we haven't had too many detailed discussions about it. But, I mean, if you got anyone that can just... You know, like I said, if you can just get...
we could do like a loan assumption on it, maybe like a qualified loan assumption.
Yeah.
And that way they can get into it, maybe nothing down.
Yeah.
And just qualify for the loan and take it over.
Yeah.
And that way my investor ain't out of pocket no money.
Yeah.
I guess just the only really drawback is the negative cash flow. You know what I mean? They're at least looking for some type of you know what I mean?
Right. And I guess, yeah, if you get, if you get someone to do a standard loan.
Yeah, like 20% down.
And they put 20% down.
And then they would take a huge chunk out.
It's going to be a profitable, it's going to be a positive cash flow.
Yeah.
And right now the negative cash flow is it's less than $200 a month.
Yeah.
Which for, if you're investment property and you had a couple for tax purposes, that's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. Well, you look at your standpoint, you don't want to pay this mortgage, so $200 to you, it's well worth it.
Right.
But it's got good potential. It's got good meat and bones. It sits on a good corner. So I mean, I think we can.
Yeah, the outside is probably not. It's not it doesn't look like the greatest, but I think you come inside and it looks a lot better. Because when I would rent this, I mean, I would put a sign out for a week. I'd get like 50 calls, and then I'd weed through the crap, and I'd show it to a couple, and I'd have it rented in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it was that easy.
Yeah,
it's very low maintenance, very easy to rent. But when people came through, they were like, wow, this is so much nicer than some of the other things I've looked at.
Yeah.
And, they were looking at paying $900 to $1,100, and it worked, and it was a house as opposed to an apartment.
Yeah.
And so.
Well, I mean, we'll send it out, and I think we can make something work on it.
Okay. How many?
I mean, that's my goal. So.
How many different investors do you work with?
I got like about 40.
Really?
Yeah. So we do, we do everywhere. We go down in the bad neighborhoods, Avondales and Walnut Hills. But we're really trying to graduate, get up, and we do a lot of stuff in Anderson now, Eastgate, Batavia, Mount Lookout. So we're looking to graduate.
Do you think you have investors that would because I've talked with other people that are like, we'd have to buy that for like $99,000.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not worth it.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Show up with like $30,000 at cash?
Yeah. Like I'm not doing it. No. I'll rent it for another year.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can find a tenant or if she stays, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get out from under it without having to come. I mean, and I don't have a problem coming out of pocket a couple grand here or there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I might have some closing costs.
Yeah,
deed prep, transfer tax, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I just don't want to break the bank.
Yeah.
I mean. I talked with the realtor, and I was going to have to come out like $12,000, and I'm like, I'm not.
$12,000.
Once I pay her fees,
because
commissions, and everything like that, I'm like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Is there anything else?
No, that's our whole goal is to get. If I can get investors in with little or nothing down, that's what they're looking for. You know what I mean? Because my investors really, they don't go to banks no more. They use a lot of private money. So if they can get into something with nothing, that's the goal.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah, I think, let me know. When you send it out, if you get interest, let me know, and then let me know what would be required by me.
Okay.
Like I said, she's until July. She's got a lease to where I can, I haven't talked with her about anything, but she knew I was meeting with you today, so she understands that I'm trying to unload it. Do you want to do anything with the outside?
I'm just going to shoot a video, walk around, talk a little more about it. But I know you have another meet.
Thing here, I guess, is that the front that looks crappy.
Yeah.
I did get a quote on that.
Did you?
Yeah, the guy said he could fix it, and he'd build it up like wood steps, like across the street.
Okay.
And it would be like $1,000.
Okay.
To be honest, she didn't bitch enough about it to make me do it, so I just kind of let it go until, if I rent it out and someone complains about it, then I'll do it, but doesn't seem to be.
Bless you. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Okay. Well, I definitely appreciate your time. I know you're a busy man and you got to go.
Yeah, I got
another meeting to go to.
11:30 appointment up in Montgomery. So.
Okay.
Got privacy fence. It's a good little house.
Yeah. Okay. know, man. Sorry about last time. So
No, that's all right.
we'll get moving on it.
Just let me know.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
We're done. I wanted to ask real quick. Thanks, Shane.
Okay. So here we are, 4109 Marburg. This is a desirable location. You're at the corner of Marburg and Paxton, and this is a homeowner looking just to get from out under his mortgage, just pay it off and move on to something else. So we're looking at, you could get in with nothing down. So you know, we'll definitely keep you posted. 4109 Marburg Avenue. I want to thank you, and God bless.